Hello, everyone. Welcome to La Pause Café by FAHGA, the French American Hospitality and Gastronomy Association. We are here this morning with Amy Chen, head baker of Juniper, who won this year's Best Croissant Competition in San Francisco. Juniper won 3 awards this year, which is a first time seen on this competition. You won the grand prize, the jury grand prize, the best original creation for the Cubano, and the best croissant People's Choice Award. So 300 people voted for your bakery as the best croissant, to have the best croissant. Amy, how do you feel about that?
We were in shock, like total shock, because we were not expecting anything. The original plan was to put Juniper on a map and everybody go there to have fun, and voila, that's it. And so when the jury presented the first award of that we got in the original creation, we were really happy. I thought, okay, that's it. I was trying to run back to my team, and then soon like the jury's like, come back up, Juniper, like you win the People's Awards. Like, oh my God, I think I almost cried. Well, I actually cried. I don't remember.
You did. So great. We were all gonna cry with you.
Yeah, I was like super emotional on that moment. And then last but not least, like we win the jury's award. That was really amazing. Like I almost have a heart attack. And so my husband saw me like put my hands on my chest. He's like, oh my God, she's gonna get a heart attack. He was very worried downstairs.
Yes, big emotions, a big day for you and for Juniper, which has only been around for about a year, and maybe a lot of you don't know Juniper. It's located on Polk Street, on 1401 Polk Street. So we invite you all to go and discover the beautiful creations of Juniper. It's by the owners of Saint Frank Coffee that maybe a lot of you have heard of before. But Amy, tell me more about your background, how you got into baking and into making the best croissant, and how did you join Juniper?
Yeah, so I was actually in tech for 15 years before I
Oh,
actually
wow.
become a professional baker. Yeah, like I always tell people my baker career start. I'm like, what did you call that? Like there's like during pandemic, a lot of people start baking at
Oh,
home.
yes.
I'm the pandemic baker baby bloom.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, so you
Anyway,
started pretty recently.
I start pretty recently. Yeah, but like before this, I did it like unprofessionally, like while I was in Taiwan. I used to
Okay.
do pop up. I also like a vendor for the Din Luca in Taiwan for the
Okay,
pastry. But that one I was just making it from my home kitchen.
I see.
Yeah. And I did that for about like 2 years. Then like it got really busy and I have to decide like, like cozy office job versus like baker, like pastry life. And I choose the cozy life at that moment.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I was in tech and I was going to take a year of leave right before the pandemic because I just got married and we were planning to travel. And then the pandemic hit. And we are like, well, now what we're gonna do? So my friend gave me a sourdough starter. I started baking lots of bread at home. And I got so obsessed and I started enrolling the class in the SFBI,
Okay.
San Francisco Baking
Baking
Institute. I
Institute.
started taking wine class. Yeah, I started taking wine class. I was going back I'm from Taiwan originally. So I was planning to go back home visit my mom, but my flight kept canceling in the beginning of pandemic. Nobody can go anywhere.
So it's a destiny kind of story.
Yeah, and then it was like my flight kept canceling and I kept enrolling more class and I got so desperate because I really love it and I begged them to take me as an intern and so they were like, all right, fine, she's never gonna leave. So they took
Yes.
me as they took me as an intern And eventually they offered me a job at the pastry station. So I think overall I shelter in place in SFBI during the pandemic.
What
Yeah.
a beautiful story, which I mean shows one that you can follow your dreams and that at any point you can transition in your career and do something you're passionate about. That's great, Amy. Can you tell us a little bit more about the products that you presented at the competition? So we had the best croissant, obviously, but also you had a very special original creation. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, so that was our Cubano. So in the start of Juniper, we were brainstorming like what product should we put on the shelf. So Chef Andrew, he's now like a barista at San Frank. And like we were just talking, and then one of the other baker, Adrian, that was helping us in the beginning. So he's like, oh, like I want to do Cubanos. It's like really as a Cubano. So we're like, okay, so what's in, because most of the bakery they have like the bakery staple is ham and cheese sandwich. And if you
Yes.
think about it, like Cubano is like a different version. It has a ham, it has a pork, it has a cheese. So
Yeah.
we're saying instead of doing the regular ham and cheese, we're gonna do that, the Cubano. Yeah.
What a
So
great idea.
yeah, so like the shape changes over time. We took a lot of like different experiments, like to come up to reach to where we are. Like right now, I think this is the final. Like,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So
But
originally it was like triangle
okay.
shape. Yeah.
But I'm sure you have a lot of new creations in your mind for the future and new products that you must be working on. Also, Amy, I wanted to know what do you think makes your croissant so special and why was it voted the best croissant in San Francisco?
I think I thought a lot about it. I thought a lot about it, but I think really like everybody knows how to make croissant. And I think for us as a baker, it's the time and patience and the persistence that you put in your product. Like to have something like the croissant, our croissant takes 3 days. Like, you mix the dough needs to relax, and when in each stage of lamination, it needs to be relaxed. And those times you cannot rush it because once you rush it, like it's just not going to be good. They're going to come out this form because they're still too tense. So if you think about like any yeasted dough is life. So you
Yeah.
have to treat them like they're like your babies,
Like a baby, yes.
yeah, like your baby, they're like your pet. So
Yes.
you have to treat it with patience, and time really gives the product its flavor as well. The flavor grows with time because of the fermentation. So
Yes.
I think that's why our croissant was loved by the people like on that day, and also our regular customers.
Because you put a lot of love and patience in
I
your
would
thing.
love to think so. There's a lot of stress too, but there's a lot of love.
Of course. And I
Yeah.
heard the butter can make a big difference in
Yes.
the taste of the croissant.
Yeah.
So very high quality butter and
Yeah.
a lot of love. The
Lots of
recipe for
love.
success. That's great.
Yeah.
Amy, do you have anything else you would like to tell us about Juniper? I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of new visitors now that you're uh, on all the headlines.
No, it was very scary because it was not expecting. So yeah, but the teams are very exciting and they're very proud. Everybody's motivated to be better.
Yeah,
And so I think that makes like a really positive energy like in our like in-house staff. So we're ready for you guys.
that's great. We're so
Yeah.
happy for you. A reminder for everyone, the address for Juniper is 1401 Polk Street. You should go visit them soon and try all their beautiful creations. Thank you so much, Amy, for your time. I really enjoyed our talk. And
Yeah.
I'll see you in the store soon.
Yes. I'll see you tomorrow.
Exactly. See you tomorrow, bright and early.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Merci.